Well, the weather outside couldn't be better. They've opened the roof and the retractable windows on the sides, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And
wow, that made me drop that thing.
Here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Third and long for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now it's Peterson. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over, first and 10. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Kenyon Drake. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Fucking kidding me with that, bro.
Indianapolis.
I just love it when I fucking throw a close pass. My shit's always picked through. The moment somebody else does it to me, it's a fucking, they get a catch or some shit. This shit is so ass. So this game is so inconsistent. I'm gonna get that fucking.
To make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Cardinals nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray trying again after the pick six. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. They find some open field here. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
From the gun, Murray, and he finds Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 7 yards, the pick up there. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And able to find Dorsett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some?
Into heavy traffic. Intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Murray has it knocked loose, fumbled.
Because why not?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown.
It is so ass. He just comes right in.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
He hasn't even scored on offense yet.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Well, this throw caught left side, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
Second down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going deep for Hopkins. It got his man complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off.
Why did he just do that?
Somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake,
fumbles the ball.
and the Colts pick it up.
I lost, bro.
It's costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't
3 fucking turnovers.
Because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott from the gun.
And of course he catches that. Come on, bro.
Down at about the 38. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. The toss here completed to Pittman. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, he's going to air it out for Dorsett, and that is caught. It's Dorsett for the Colts touchdown. Philip Dorsett, as the first half is winding down, and the Colts add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Murray now on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25.
Let's go. Let's go.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And he'll take this into the end zone.
Bro.
Hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Right back to Drake. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Third down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Philip Dorsett on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Here's Prescott. Out to his left. He's got Burton here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Well, he was trying to make something happen there outside of the pocket, but ultimately what did happen was a loss of yardage.
Yeah, he held on to it for a long time, didn't he? As you talked about trying to make something happen, hoping something would come open, but it didn't. Ends up shoveling it off, ends up going for negative play. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. First down, Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
To throw, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Andy Isabella with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Taylor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he stopped immediately there.
Brought down right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Isaiah Simmons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Prescott. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Tackle made by
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. DeForest Buckner able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He may try and run for it, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Arizona.
Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Cardinals 31, Colts 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On the draw is Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Taylor.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The throw complete to Dorsett. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd and 4. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Ball carrier.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
7-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Drake. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. Play fake. Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Everson Griffin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Cardinals.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st down, Drake. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down.
And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cardinals, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.